Hey there. So, you're a dog owner in the Pittstown, New Jersey area, and you're looking for the right trainer to help you and your pup? Well, you're in exactly the right spot. We're going to walk through everything you need to feel really good about the choice you make. So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about what makes living with a dog in Pittstown kind of unique. Then, we'll get into training philosophies, what to look for. After that, we'll cover how to spot a real pro, what you can expect to pay around here, and finally, some local rules and great resources you should know about.
All right, let's get into it. First things first, we've got to talk about the environment here in Pittstown. Because honestly, where you live completely changes what your dog needs to learn to be successful. Life with a dog in Hunterdon County is just worlds away from city living, right? The skills your dog needs for these quiet, rural roads and big open spaces are totally different than what a dog needs for busy city sidewalks. Your training really needs to match that reality. So what does that actually look like? Well, a well-behaved Pittstown dog should be able to walk past a farm and not lose its mind at the cows. It needs to see a deer or a turkey and not instantly bolt into the woods. It also means walking nicely on a leash on a country lane and being able to handle a trip into a busier town like Clinton or Flemington without getting overwhelmed. Okay, so now that we've got a handle on what our dogs need to learn, let's talk about how they should learn it. This all comes down to the training philosophy, which is, well, the foundation of everything. The most effective and, frankly, the most humane way to train is through something called positive reinforcement. All it means is that you reward the behavior you want to see. Think treats, praise, a favorite toy, whatever your dog loves. It's not just about teaching commands. It's about building a real bond based on trust. It makes learning fun for them. And the difference here is huge. You want to look for a trainer who's all about these reward-based methods because they build your dog's confidence. What you definitely want to steer clear of are any methods that use fear, pain, or intimidation. Things like shock collars or prong collars. Those old school tactics can create a lot of anxiety and just aren't needed to get fantastic, lasting results. So you're on board with positive reinforcement. Great. Now, how do you find a qualified trainer who actually practices what they preach? Right. How can you tell the difference between a real, educated professional and someone who just, calls themselves a dog trainer? One of the biggest clues is their certifications. I know. These letters can look like a bowl of alphabet soup, but they're a really good sign. They mean a trainer has put in the work. They've studied and they've passed exams to prove they know their stuff. Think of it like a professional license. Something like a CPDTKA shows they have a great foundation, while a CBCCKA means they've got specialized skills for tougher issues, like severe anxiety. Seeing any of these is a big plus. So when you're interviewing a potential trainer, here are the absolute must-ask questions. You'll want to ask about their methods and their credentials for sure, but also talk to them about your specific rural needs. Make sure you're clear on the program formats and costs, and definitely ask how they measure progress and if they're open to working with your vet. That's a big one for any serious behavior concerns. Okay, let's get down to the practical stuff. What kinds of programs are out there and what you should probably budget for them here in Hunterdon County? You've basically got three main options. Group classes, those are fantastic for practicing focus when other dogs and people are around. Private sessions are perfect for tackling things that happen at home, like barking at the doorbell. And then there's day training, where the trainer does the heavy lifting for you, a great option if your schedule is packed. So let's talk numbers. This table gives you a pretty good idea of the average rates in Hunterdon County for 2025. A set of group classes will probably be somewhere between $160 and $320. A single private lesson is usually in that $120 to $200 range. Oh, and a good tip. Always ask if they charge extra for travel, especially if you live a bit further out. Now, if you need more intensive help, there's the board and train option. This is where your dog actually goes to live with the trainer for a few weeks to get totally immersed in training. It's definitely a significant financial investment, but it can make a really big difference. And finally, let's quickly cover some local rules for dog owners. And then I'll share some awesome local spots where you can go practice all these new skills. Being a great dog owner in the community means knowing the local rules. Just remember, here in Hunterdon County, leashes are a must in public places. Your dog also has to be licensed every year. And that rabies vaccine isn't optional, it's state law. And it's good to know that, if your dog's barking becomes excessive, it could become a nuisance issue. Okay, so once you're ready to show off those new skills, where can you go? There are some fantastic local places. The walking path at Heron Glen is great, and so are the trails at Couchette Tunk Mountain Preserve. They're both perfect spots for working on polite leash walking with real-world distractions around.
And really, that's what this is all about. Good training isn't about having a robot dog. It's about building your dog's confidence so they can be a happy, relaxed member of your family and the whole Pittstown community.
Putting in the effort with training pays you back every single day. It means having those calm, peaceful walks down a country road, feeling less stressed when friends come over, and just having the freedom to get out there and enjoy everything that makes living in Huntington County so great, together.